Welcome to the Business Growth Podcast. Today I'm your Varun, the founder and CEO of the Algebra Group. Welcome to the show.
Thanks. Excited and I've been following your podcast. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. Yeah, it's come a long way from where it originally started. So tell us a little bit more. What do you guys do exactly at the Algebra Group?
Okay, so we are basically a task company. We sell time. That's how we explain. We are basically working with a lot of fractional CFOs, investment banks, and family offices, and we help them provide bandwidth. We help them provide a full subscription to the team. So you can understand that if they want some support on building a financial model, doing analysis, valuation work, anything in terms of the operating layer, they don't have to go to the market and hire five people. They can subscribe to the team who are always readily available and can help them expand their services, go deeper and wider on a click of a button.
Nice. And what would you say is like the primarily service that you offer to these businesses?
So I would say our services are bucketed into four items. The first one is the CFO office and strategic finance. The second one is accounting and bookkeeping. The third one is investment and transaction advisory. And the fourth one is related to automation and reporting. So these are the four things. And majorly we work with fractional CFOs, as I mentioned previously. So FP&A, accounting, a lot of all that stuff is what we do on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha. So you do all four, you would say there's not like one specific area that you find you do more of.
Yeah, we do all four types of business.
Yeah.
Like we have all four. And
Mhm.
generally, the clients that we work with, they get started with one and they like our quality. And surprisingly, we have 100% client retention rate. So that's one thing that we boost about. And they come to us, we have a very sticky nature in terms of that. And they keep on working with us and we can easily help them with different types of services. So everything in finance, we can help with.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And I remember from our last conversation, you said, what was it, 100% client retention over 3 years, was it?
Yeah, it's 100% client retention. So we have never lost a client, and
Okay.
majority of our clients come from referrals only. We started doing the marketing as I would say as latest as 4 or 5 months ago, and initially everything was happening because of the referrals and the good quality work that we had been doing.
Yeah. Okay. And then so let's dive into that a little bit more. So what do you feel that you guys do to have such a high client retention? Because that seems very, very high.
So we believe in quality and we believe in processes. So every engagement that we have, we document the processes. So we are not dependent or we do not have any bottleneck in that case. Everything is documented. So if a analyst goes on leave or if a bookkeeper goes on leave, the work doesn't get into disruption. That's the first thing. Secondly, we are not a vendor who would believe in that, okay, we have delivered the product, this is the invoice and the engagement goes on. So we work like a partner. Even our tagline is partnership to success. So we participate in the company's profit and loss. We participate in their ups and downs. So we understand that okay, we are a service-based business, and so are you. So whenever we work, we make sure that their end client is satisfied, and that's the reason that we our believe in quality, believe in investing time into that relationship is what gets us to 100% client retention.
Right. And then have you had any instances where there was like one client that maybe was a little bit more difficult or was causing issues, and then how did you resolve it to then keep working together?
So I would say that clients and humans, and every human is a different
Yeah.
body. And there are always cases, but in my experience that I had over the last decade, every client that gives you challenges is the one that teaches you. So there are a lot of engagements. For example, one I can recall is was an M&A advisory firm that we were working with, and they wanted an accretion dilution analysis in 5 hours. And I was like, okay, we can get you that. Okay, then add valuation to it. Okay, we can get you that. Then add this. So it was an infinite. And since we have a bench of people, we always have multiple resources we were able to manage. But that was one, I would say, I would put it like this, that was the value proposition also. So the challenges that people thought were the value that we were delivering.
Mhm. Yeah. So they changed the scope of the work essentially.
Exactly.
They kept changing it. Yeah. I like that quote though. Like every client that challenges you teaches you lessons.
Exactly.
That's so true. And then you try to like learn from it and just be better for future clients.
I remember there is a saying, I don't remember it perfectly fine, but every calm, no calm sea made the best sailor, something like that. So
Yeah.
Challenges make you better and make you close
Yeah.
to perfection.
Yeah. Or there's like never trust a knight in shining armor because he hasn't had his metal tested.
Exactly.
And then so you said you guys started your marketing activities about 4 5 months ago. Previously, it was all just from referrals. Tell me a little
Completely.
bit more about what you guys started doing in terms of marketing.
So we have a very good website. Our SEO ranking is great, and we get a lot of inbound leads. Our LinkedIn is working perfectly fine. So there are a lot of things that happen on LinkedIn. People reach out to us. They see the case studies that we post. So these are the two channels that we are working with, and Instagram is more for our other side of the table for our employees to show them that how engaging, how good the workplace is. So these are the three things that we have been doing lately. And recently, I would say last month we started sending out a few newsletters so that people can learn from what our experiences with other fractional CFOs and investment banks. So, for example, there was an instance that happened that could be a learning for others. So we spread that information to our community.
Okay, gotcha. And then have you guys, in terms of marketing, looked at doing some ads or anything like direct outreach, or you're thinking of just staying with what you have so far?
So obviously, as we grow bigger, and we have to get into other things as well. But for now, everything organic is working fine. And when you spend money on ads, you get leads, but people don't know you that much. But when you get
Hmm.
it organically through referrals, through your community, that are the people who already need you, are aware about you, and trust you. So primary thing would be on that, but eventually you would definitely work on other avenues of marketing as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. It is very interesting how different it is. Like a prospect that comes from a referral and a prospect that comes from an ad. It's like significantly more difficult to close the one from the ad, and usually they're a lot less qualified and everything. So yeah, it's definitely a different ball game depending on where they come from. Um,
Exactly.
and then so tell me a little bit more. What other goals do you have for the business for the rest of the year?
So the goals is that right now the industry is changing a lot. AI is there. We have already started implementing AI. So now the goals are going deeper and wider through that AI implementation. Now we have unlocked more potential because through AI we can do more things faster. And I would say the goal is to get into more markets, to serve more geographies, and also get more integrated with our clients, as in get them more services so that they feel like they can sell more services to their ultimate client, so that their client offerings can be expanded further.
Right. And then, so how do you plan on? So I know previously when we spoke, you said you also want to look at selling like AI to businesses. So can you tell me a little bit more about that? Like your AI agents.
Yeah, so I would put it this way, that we are not an AI firm, we are a finance firm, but we definitely build agents that can actually work. So everything that is the first draft, a financial model, a report generation, a quick analysis, that is done by AI. And what our analysts do is add value, add judgment to it, add based on their analysis and understanding about the client engagement, they add value to that. So that's what we are doing. And we have our own portals wherein we have integrated the connect between clients and our team members. And there are certain AI tools which get activated whenever they link their, we simply upload the CSV of their QuickBooks output or something. We have not for now linked that to directly to the QuickBook, but if you upload a CSV, you can get a quick analysis. You can chat with the portal that we have created. Hey, can you tell me this? Can you tell me a quick ratio? Can you tell me what has been the trend? Can you create a dashboard? So this is what
Yeah.
all has been happening at the moment.
Okay. And what's kind of like the next steps in terms of that, in terms of giving automation and AI to businesses?
So we would try to bring everything under one roof. So it's not only about giving automation and AI, we are building a community. So we don't want to be the only provider of the information to that particular group. So we have created a community wherein we help businesses come on the floor and give suggestions. And then people who are expert in that can add their comments, and we learn and we say, okay, we will build it. So we just work on the feedback of our clients through that community and make it better. So right now what we are focusing is on creating a 13-week cash flow forecast in our portal, so that people can directly link the QuickBook and their bank account, and they can see what the trend has been. And then they can get on the call with the CFO and say, hey, I saw that this is what this is what. It's simply like you already have a diagnosis of your body and then you go to the doctor.
Right, gotcha. Okay. And then so changing gears a little bit, what would you say? I always like to ask, like, what is working well for you in the business right now? And then what is one of the areas that you guys want to improve and it's not as well as what you'd like?
I think there is always a room to improve, and there are always things that you would do better. And even if things are working good, we want to make it better. And if they're better, we want to make it best. So everything I would put it like we can improve a bit, we can give 1% more value to our clients, we can be
Yeah.
more proactive and all that stuff. And if you have to talk specific of what we want to stop working with the clients who do not have a vision. So that's what I've realized in the past that you cannot work with everyone. Similarly, you cannot work with every employee, you cannot work with every client. So there has to be a clear-cut vision and a clear-cut orientation of where you are moving.
Yeah, that's very true. It's very clear, like the difference between a good and a bad client as well. Like I've had some where it's so easy, everything, like you enjoy what you do, and then you've had other clients where it's just a pain in the ass and you're just dreading every message that they send you. So it's really fascinating how different people can be and how they interact with you. So,
Exactly.
um, and then how about what's one of the areas that's working well in the business right now?
I think the operations are working pretty well. We though the AI has come into the picture, but the clients have not lost the interest in talking to the people because of the relationship, because of the trust, because of the bonding that has been created. So they trust tag, they trust the model that we have created, and they trust the people that who are working with them. And what is working well is that because of AI coming into the picture and because of the capacity increasing through AI, clients are making more money. Earlier, their capacity was, for example, 4 clients, and we came to the picture, it became 20. Now, through AI, it is even becoming 30. So that's
Yeah.
what is working. The compounding effect of capacity is working.
Yeah. Okay. And how do you see like the industry changing with what you guys are doing moving forward?
So I think industry is going to change for good. And the first cut, the repetitive task, anything that is
Mm.
going to be basic, it would get automated. And AI is going to be one of the tools. Like if you go back in the history, people were working everything on paper. Then Excel came to the picture. Now AI has come to the picture. So it's just another tool that will increase the capacity, what you can deliver per unit of time. And it is going to create new deliverables because now you have bandwidth. So you will be like, okay, I don't want to test only one scenario or one analysis. I want to slice the data into three different ways now. So that quantity of work will also increase, and the perspectives to see the same data to do
Mm.
the same analysis that would increase further.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely crazy how these like more manual tasks, how quickly AI can do them now, and then it frees you up to do a lot of other stuff. And then is there any like specific processes right now that you guys are looking to like automate a little bit more, maybe implement AI to become more efficient along this?
I think there are a lot of them. So building financial models, doing the first pass of the report, doing the analysis, getting the categorization, making sure that the valuation makes sense, doing a quick analysis of the competitors. There are a lot of things that AI can help us with, and we are doing that.
Okay. And then what would you say is like the biggest change that you've seen in the industry and like what you guys are doing?
So biggest change versus last year or exactly what?
Yeah, in like the past couple of years.
So there is a lot. If I go as basic as the way we communicate with the client has changed. I remember there were long queues in our conference room doing a that dialer, having that long phone numbers and doing a call, and then the network was patchy. And now just a link that you can send through a Google Meet or Zoom and you can talk. That's the biggest thing on the lighter side. And bigger side, I would say that people have become smarter. Now founders understand finance more. So earlier it was like they used to confuse that bookkeeping is financial management, but now they understand that accounting is different, controlling is controller role is different, bookkeeping is different, finance is different, FP&A is different, everything is different. So the
Hmm.
education in the industry has increased because there are a lot of fractional CFOs out in the market, and there are a lot of clients who are well aware, and that's making the game even more interesting.
Yeah, that's so true. It's so like the access to information is so easy these days. It's just typing a quick thing on ChatGPT and you have the whole internet very quickly. So yeah, it's definitely changing a lot. And then I know like earlier you said
Yeah,
you were gonna
there
say
is one
something.
caveat here that when ChatGPT will give you an answer, it will always give you an answer that would impress you. There would be a lot of hallucination. If they don't know, they would try to convince you that what Right.
Yeah.
Human judgment is very important and makes it even more important.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, especially because you just take it as the truth usually. So I always try to just like question everything it tells me and make sure it doesn't make sense for me as well. And it's like often like it says something and then you say, "Are you sure this doesn't sound right?" And then it changes its whole answer just by
Like
that thing. So yeah, you definitely need to be very careful because a lot of people just take it as the truth. So that's definitely true.
every like any other technology, it has good and bad points. Even mobile phone
Yeah.
was built for productivity, but now you waste time by using it. So
Yeah.
that's
Oh yeah, definitely. And then I know earlier you said some of the marketing that you guys are doing is like through LinkedIn. Can you tell me a little bit more in terms of like your marketing strategy in terms of like LinkedIn?
yeah, sure, why not? So marketing, like we are very specific. We are not going to reach out to the clients. We do not do cold outreach. We never knock anyone's door and say, "Hey, would you like to get on a call?" or something like that. What we do primarily is that we try to post case studies. We try to post content
Mm,
what has worked for our clients and what is not working. And people engage. Okay, this is gonna be my problem too. This is relevant for me, and they try to come to us. We try to post a testimonial and we try to position it that what has worked for our clients, and we try to also give free education of what is like what are the different terms, what are the different businesses. For example, Amazon, why do they have thin margins, what failed for Nokia, what other things.
mm. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah, that definitely is very valuable, like showing the proof of what you do. And then how about you said also like the SEO of your website is really good. How did you go about like getting the really good SEO?
There are a lot of things. You have to be very good with keywords, you have to be very good with the images, you have to be very good with the density of the content, you have to like do a million things to on page, off page, and everything. And it's a process that takes time. There is a lot of content that you will have to produce. You have to make sure that the feel, the look, everything is good. Your website should be on a trusted domain. A lot of things.
Okay. And you guys just did that in-house, or did you have someone else like help you?
Everything is in-house.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. I imagine it's a lot of stuff to learn for that.
100%. It's a lot of stuff to learn from them and a lot of stuff for me to try, because after becoming a founder, you are not just a finance person. Even if it's a finance business, you have to wear the hats of every skill.
Yeah, that's very true. And what would you, so I know we're starting to run out of time here. What would you say has been like one of the most valuable lessons that you've learned since like running a business?
Relationship. You should always have a relationship. Money, client, employee, wherever you are working with, a relationship can actually compound everything. If you have a relationship, you will provide value, clients will value your product, employees would stay longer, everything would happen automatically.
When you say relationship, what do you like define as a relationship?
Trusting people,
Okay.
respecting them, valuing their words, hearing them, giving initiatives, a lot of things.
Okay. And do you view it also like as kind of like a friendship, like outside of work, or is it just like
100%.
what you?
100%. We
Okay.
host clients in our office. There are a lot of cases when the clients fly to India and visit our office in India. And there are a
Yeah.
lot of cases when we host parties and casual meetups for our employees as well.
Nice. So it's like beyond just the work, having a unofficial relationship as well.
After all, work is just a part of life, and life has to be everything, including work.
Right. And how about last thing? What's one of like your favorite books that you've read?
Um,
Like
I
business
follow
book.
Alex Hormozy a lot. I have read
Okay.
all the books and I listen to all the podcasts and everything. So if I have to give you a suggestion or say my favorite book, I would say all the three books that Alex Hormozy have written.
Nice. Yeah, I follow him a lot as well. I actually just read his new one. So yeah, I totally agree. Well, it's been great having you on the podcast. Where can people go to learn a little bit more about you and what you guys do?
So they can check out my LinkedIn. My LinkedIn is by the name of Varun, and the URL is Varun dash tag, and my website is www.thealgebragroup.com. And happy to connect with anyone whom I can provide value.
All right, awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I'll include those links in the show notes below. You guys have been listening to the Business Growth Podcast. Until next time, keep growing.